Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and welcome to Make It Monday. I've got a little bit of a different project for you today. These are 3 different size envelopes that I have, and I have quite a few of each one, and I thought I need to make something with them or something. I need to use some things. So I thought, since today is Make It Monday and we usually come up with a little bit of surprise, we would use some of these to make something. Now what we're going to make, you can use either in your journal or just use it on its own. And I've not made this before. I have no idea how it's going to work, but we will make our messes together. Let me see if I can find some paper over here in my stack of stuff. So I didn't get any videos up over the weekend. I was just lazy. I cooked for my kids, and then I cleaned after they all left. And then after that, I just kind of crashed and watched Christmas movies and different things, and I just didn't do it. Just did not. So I apologize if you was looking for some of those. I don't know. I just didn't have it in me. I don't know, maybe I just needed to rest, or maybe I just took a big old lazy spell. I don't know what it was. But anyway, I was trying to find some scraps and use some scraps up. I know I have some because I started playing around with some things on Friday. Yeah, there they are. There's some scraps. Okay. And I'm going to use this same paper collection because I'm still working on this journal. I should be able to finish it this week and get it out to its owner. And I think its owner is Amy Patterson. So, but I think I'm going to make this, and hopefully it'll go in that journal. If not, I'll just include it with it. Now, I'll tell you what size these envelopes are, but you can use any size that you have in your stash. Don't go out and buy a bunch of envelopes to do this. And if you don't even have envelopes, just make you some. Make them what size you want. This is 7 1/4. And that's 5 1/4. And this is our acrylic ruler. I thought I would show that to you. Some people ask me what it looks like. This is what it looks like, except I have colored my numbers in, because with the bright lights that I have to use, I wouldn't be able to see it if not, because they're normally white, but I just colored mine in with a magic marker. This is 4 3/8 by 5 3/4, and then this little bitty is 5 1/8 by 3 5/8. So that's the size of my envelopes, but like I said, use what you have. It doesn't matter what size they are. This is just what I happen to have in my stash. Now, these are going to go together like this. That one's going to glue down on the back of that and have a little pocket up here. And then on this side, this little one is going to glue down here at the bottom. And we'll just have a pocket here. And then there'll be a pocket up there. So we'll see how this is going to work. Like I said, I don't have a clue. But first I'm going to cover this. And I'm just going to cover the whole thing with paper. You could, cover it differently if you want. But I don't know exactly where I'm going to put my envelopes. So I'm just going to cover the whole thing. And I think, I'd like to use that paper, but it's too little. So I guess we'll use this one. That's perfect size right there. So did everybody in the U.S. and I don't remember what other countries celebrate Thanksgiving besides us. It may just be the U.S. I don't know. I don't keep up with all that stuff. But anyway, did everybody have a nice Thanksgiving weekend? Black Friday, did you do some Black Friday shopping? I was just glad we did our Black Friday early and got it over with, because good grief, I got so many emails about Black Friday sales. And then when I went to them, they really weren't that great, Amazon claimed to have had a good Black Friday sale, but when I went over there, was looking, some of their items looked like they were a little bit higher than they were before Thanksgiving or before Black Friday, so I didn't do any purchasing. So Sometimes companies will do that. You have to be very careful and watch the prices. Sometimes they'll jack the price up to give you a sale. Now, I don't believe in doing that, but I know some companies that do. So be very careful in your Black Friday shopping, or any kind of sale shopping, really. Because some of the things that I had purchased a couple of weeks ago from Amazon, when I looked on Black Friday sale, it was actually higher than it was that I purchased a couple of weeks ago. Oh, me. We do not do that. We take the price directly off of what is in our store. We do not jack it up just to give you a sale. I'm not going to do that. To me, that's cheating, and I'm not going to do that. And somebody said they tried to use the Black Friday code over the weekend, and they said the code said it had expired. I don't understand. You said you was having a Black Friday sale. Well, we did have one. We had it last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. We had it early. If you'll check your email, it shows the dates on there. I wanted to get it over with early so that if anybody else wanted to do their shopping elsewhere, they could, and just not even have to worry about ours. Plus, I wanted to get it out and get the stuff out and get it shipped. Now, I'm going to glue that one there, and I want to have it open so that there'll be a pocket in here. I'm trying to decide if I want that much of a flap, but I think I'll have to leave it. I am going to take my paper up a little bit higher on this, though. Now, I won't have to cover the back, but I will have to cover the front. Alright, let's see. What shall we cover the front with? I think I'm going to try to use one of these cards, and this is off of Alicia's Digital. I'm going to try. See if I can. I know it's going to be a little small, but I think I can put something around the edges and make it work. So which one do we want to use? I think I'll use this one. Now, I accidentally printed this on just regular copy paper, so backing it on something is going to be a good deal. Let's see. Just want to see how. We might just put it on this piece of music paper. It's a very old music paper, and I think I'll be able to get it on there without any problem. So I'm going to go ahead and trim around it. And I guess I could use my trimmer, but I don't want to. I don't want to uncover it. It's covered up right now with paper. I'm sure it's nice and warm. Yeah, see, I printed that on the back of something. Oh, me. I didn't change the paper in my printer. And I'm so frugal around here that I tend to use scrap paper to print my items on that I use in the store. Just little bits and pieces that I need to print, like, you know, reports and things like that. I use the back just of scrap paper to do that with, because I'm cheap. And it saves me quite a bit of money on paper, because paper is constantly going up, 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 just like wood and everything else is. Now, I'm hoping this is going to be large enough, and I am going to have to, let's just tear it. How's that sound? Yeah, the prices of wood and paper and everything else is going sky high. It's unreal. So when I can save $1 or $2 on paper, I do that. Sorry, I just got strangled. Take me a minute to get my throat back. Okay, I'm thinking that's going to be the right size. If we glue that on there, and then glue that on there. Yes, it is. Only I'm going to trim this side down just a little bit. I don't mind it being just a little bit smaller than the brown envelope. That will be a good size right there. Only on the top, I don't want it to go up quite that high. So let's just go ahead and take a little of this off too. This is strictly trial and error here. I've told you before, I don't practice on these things. What you see is actually what I make. Okay, I think I'm going to have to take a little of this paper off. I know it's got that border around it, but that's okay. I can take some top off and nobody will be the wiser. But I just think it's going to look better if it doesn't come up quite so high. Then put that down there. And then if that comes over, and I may end up cutting that off a little bit. I really don't want to cover up my house right there, but we shall see. Oh, there's a crossword puzzle that I haven't done. Now we got all of the large mystery boxes or bags, whatever you want to call it, out today, and I did find enough supplies for 3 more if you're interested. They are in the store, and it's just a lot of it is odds and ends from my stash that I just absolutely do not use and don't need, and somebody else needs to get some good out of it. And then some of it is brand new supplies that we just had an abundance of. So I decided to put that in there as well. And some of it may be some things that a company has sent me that I just didn't use or something like that. So you can just check them out if you want. I'm going to trim a little of these little sides off. And I probably will have, when I can get it together, I probably will have some packets of cardstock from that Basil cardstock, 8.5 by 11. I might even have some 12 by 12s. I'm not sure. I'll have to look in my stash. But we've got quite a bit of 8.5 by 11 that I need to move. So look for that. I'll probably make some bundles out of it and put it up later this week. There we go. I like that. Because I'm just trying right now to move supplies that we have in stock and also get rid of some things that are in my stash that I don't really use. There's no use in me hoarding them and holding on to them. No use. Not when I'm buried in things now, so. Oh, Edith. Did you see what I did? Okay. I don't want to glue that down because that's going to cover my pocket, so I'm actually going to have to put some paper up here at the top. Cover that glue. I'm talking and not paying attention. Don't do like I do. Do not do like I do. Let's see if that will work. I think I got it covered enough that it won't close my pocket, I hope. Yeah. Okay, now put your glue on your envelope, not on the other part. Okay, that will work. Then on this side. And that will work. I am bad about doing that. Putting the glue on the wrong thing when I'm trying to cover an envelope. That is my thing to mess up. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I didn't cover my pocket, so we're good. I did have a wipey around here somewhere, but I don't know where. Now, since this is going to go down here, and this is actually going to open up, And I know I'm only going to get one of these made, so, because I'm having to think too hard. I really want to cover that because when it opens up, I don't want to just see a bunch of that brown. But I am going to cut a little of this off first, because I really don't want that much showing. And hopefully I didn't cut off too much. No, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and just round these corners a little bit. I'll tell you what, let's cover it and then we'll round the corners, because I need to cover this part too. So we could use a piece of this. I don't think I have any scraps of this. Let's just use a piece of this top right here. I can't believe it's the end of November. Does anybody else just not understand where this year has gone? I don't. It's amazing to me. It just flew by. Now I'm just putting a little bit of that green ink around the edge, just because I like it. You don't have to do that. I just like it that way. Okay, let's do that right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark this where I want to tear that off. And I may be like working in slow motion today. I feel like I am. I feel like everything I've done today has been in slow motion. I don't know why. I guess because I ate too many sweets over the weekend. Oh, that's the only thing about me and holidays. I have no willpower when it comes to some kind of sweet pie or something that I really like. Even though I know it's not good for me, I eat it anyway. I told Brandon earlier, I said, you need to get that chocolate pie out of my refrigerator and take it home with you, because if you leave it here, I'm going to eat it. And I don't need to eat it. My blood sugar is already high enough for just from all the other stuff that I ate over the weekend. And I have to go back to the doctor in like a month, so he's going to pitch a fit, probably. Alrighty, let's see. Could just put that other little scrap in there. That will cover it, but I don't think I want to do that. Let's see if I have another scrap of something else that we can actually use. What about a piece of this? Let's see. I'm just going to cut it off a little bit larger, and I can always trim it. Okay, I think that will work. I'm going to tear a little bit on this side just to give it that rough edge like the other side is, because I don't like it to be straight when the other side is not. This would be a good little gift pouch too, like if you know, give money and cards and things like that. These would be some good little pouches to put like a card in one and maybe a $20 bill in another, or a $5 bill, or whatever. I didn't ink around that first, but I'll ink around it now, and that's no problem. Now, I think I'm going to wait till that dries before I fold it. Well, I'm going to try to. You know I can't do that. I just don't have the willpower. I like to go ahead and do it. Thank goodness I didn't clip it too short. Okay. Then this is going to glue on here, and I just want it to glue somewhere, not really in the center. I'm not trying to get to the center. I'm actually going to have to fold this because I can't see otherwise if I don't. Can't see where it needs to glue. And you could put a little magnet on this. You could put a little clip on it. You could put Velcro on it, whatever, to keep that closed if you want. Not a big thing, but if you want to do that, you can. There we go. Just get those corners rounded a little bit. And then I'm going to glue it about right there. Just so when you open that top, it's not going to hinder anything. And I'm going to glue it to make another little pocket behind it. So this will be a multi-pocket. Okay, so see, it has a little pocket there too. And then when you open the flap, there's another pocket here. So I like that. Now we're going to flip it over, and I am going to cut a little of this off. Don't really want that big of a tab there. Just want to make sure I leave enough to cover the other part here. Yeah, when I put my paper on there, it'll cover it fine. Now, I think I might use the houses here. Let's see. I want to bring it down about that much. Will I use the houses? I think I will. And I'm just going to tear both ends and make it where you can see the houses, hopefully. Okay. I want it down about like that, so that'll work. Now we just need to tear a little off down here, right at the base of the houses. Okay, I think we're going to put that down just like that. And I'm going to go around it with green. This is kind of a, well, it's supposed to be pine needle green, but I don't know that it is. It's got a little blue in it, just a little blue hint to it. So I think that will be fine there. And I'm going to go around my envelope a little bit. I want the brown to show, but I just want a little bit of green right on the edge. And then we'll put that down right there. Now, remember, Edith, just glue on the envelope and not on your paper. Right. And we should be able to embellish this side pretty well because it is not very busy. Squish your glue all the way out. Okay, now got a nice pocket there. And I'm going to go ahead again and I'm going to trim these little pieces off. So I don't necessarily want those up there. You guys just almost wiped us out on inventory. Thank you so much for the purchases. I really appreciate it. We got in just a few more things today that are mainly glues and things like that that we, just can't run out of because everybody needs glue to put things together. Now I'm going to cover that. So we got in the bare minimum of things today. Oh, that's just the right size. I might just cover it with that. And I'm going to cut it off about right there. We got in more art glitter glue. I know in most places it's still pretty warm, so we have no trouble shipping it when it's not real cold. So if you want to stock up on art glitter glue, you can grab it now before it gets cold, because when it does get cold, we will have to stop shipping it. Unfortunately, it freezes. And I'm just going to fold like this, and that will kind of give me that edge. And then we'll just tear that piece off. Well, we'll put some glue on here. I can put glue on my paper this time, I think. So what did you guys do? Well, the U.S. guys, or whoever celebrated Thanksgiving, what did you guys do over the long weekend? Was you like me? Did you just lay around like a yard dog and eat and watch movies and just, I don't know, I just lazed around. That's not like me to do that, but I would get started working and doing some things, and then I'd be like, oh, I don't want to do it. I just don't have the heart to do it. So I would go back to my recliner and put on a Christmas movie, and I'd be like, ah, this is the life right here, watching Christmas movies. So, I don't know, maybe it was just my time, my body needed some rest, so I got plenty, I think. Okay, then we just need to cover this little piece, and I might just cover it in some music paper. Let's see, I want to see what it would look like. Oh, I don't need to fold that, but guess what? I'm going to. See what music paper would look like there. Well, I don't think it would look bad, so let's just go ahead and do that. Now I'm just going to fold back where I want to cut. This to me is the easiest way to do this. It's just kind of fold your paper back. Because if I try any other way, I can never get it correct. I don't get it correct this way, but I get it close. Just close. And I have determined that closeness counts in horseshoes and in paper crafts. I've made that determination. Oops. See what I did? You can't do that, Edith. You need to tear this off first. You know what? If I mess this one up, it's not like I don't have 1,000 more sheets like this. Okay. And then I do need to cut it off on that side, I think. I told you this is going to be a one project wonder because I need to trim that off a little bit more. It's just taking me, like I said, I'm in slow motion today. Slow motion. Takes me a while to do anything. Okay. I think we'll tear it off about right there. And then I don't want it to go down and cover anything up, so we're going to tear it about right there. About. We had a nice rainy day. When was that? Saturday, I think. It rained and it was cool and it felt really good. Which today it's even cooler. It's only 46 out there now and it's 1:15 till 2. So had some cool weather for us. I always try to say for us because if I don't, somebody comes back and goes, if you want cold, I don't want cold. I just said for us, that's cool. I'm not a fan of cold weather. Makes my bones hurt. And see, this is not going to be perfectly sized to this, but it's going to be okay. It's not going to be a problem. Except this little piece right here, and you've got to go. Yeah, I know a lot of you, 46 is like a heat wave to a lot of you people that watch, because I know you live in Canada, or what is it, in the mountains of the United States. There's some cold weather right now. Okay, so there's that. I don't mind that, and I'll probably put something right here, but I'm just going to think about it for a while. We need to put this little guy on here. I'm going to put him all the way to the bottom so that my flap on this won't hinder it, and I may actually have to trim that off just a little bit more. I don't really want to trim it too much, but I don't want it to hinder this flap on this one either. Let's see if that will work. Yep, that's perfect. Alright, and I want to cover the front of this one. I'm going to cut these little pieces off here. And we'll put something on this. See, I'm covering most of my houses up, but that's okay. I could even put it down here and leave a house open, put it down here. It doesn't have to be in the center. I might put it down this way, on the, like this. That way I can still see that house, or what focal point that I put on there. So let's see what we want to embellish this with. I may grab a piece of this. It's got an, ooh, that's pretty. What about we do this? I think this will work. We will get through sometime today, I promise. I don't usually do projects that are this involved, but I just felt like I needed to do this. I needed to use some envelopes. Does anybody see my mark? Guess I should have marked it on the other side, huh? Ah, I see it. Oh yeah, that'll work. Just gonna go around it a little bit with my ink. Okay, I'm going to glue that right there. Okay, then I need to put some paper here, and we will have this little piece ready to glue there. And I'm just going to try to find a scrap of something. It doesn't have to be much. And I don't even mind using that little piece. I'm going to trim this top, or tear this top, to make it a little bit jagged. We'll put our ink on here. So my Presley's birthday is coming up. Hers is the 5th of December. And she is going to be 15. I cannot believe it. I can remember when I could hold her in the palm of my hand. She was so tiny when she was born. She was just barely 6 pounds, and she was just little. And I wasn't used to little babies because my babies weighed over 9 pounds, both of them. And I kept Presley while her mom and dad both worked at that time. And, you know, Benji would bring her over most mornings because Alicia had to go in. She worked at a health club, and she had to go in at the crack of dawn, or before dawn, really. So Benji would bring her over, and she would be in that little car seat, and you couldn't even see her for, you know, she would be sunk down in there, and all the little pillows and things, I mean, all the little blankets and things around her because it was so cold. And he would bring her over here, and I'd hunt for her. There she is, down in under all that stuff. Oh, me. He was such a sweet, sweet, sweet baby, and still a sweet person. She came over and spent the night with me right before Thanksgiving. And we had such a good time. We both cooked together, and she's learning to cook things by herself. And she made a peach cobbler and fried apple pies. And oh my goodness, everything she cooked was so good. She's just a big helper. And she helped me out to cook all of my stuff that I had to cook. So, and she never complains about anything. To me, anyway. Her mom and dad might disagree with me when I say that, but she doesn't complain to me. I can ask her to do anything, and she'll say, yes, ma'am, I'll do it. And then when she finishes that, she'll say, do you need anything else done, Nene? I'll do whatever you want me to. And she's just a good kid. So we had a fun time listening to Christmas music and cooking. And she didn't even use a recipe on her peach cobbler and her apples because she had memorized it all. Everything was memorized. So she's just putting things together, and I'm over here reading a recipe that I've probably done at least 150 times or more. And me reading the recipe and her just whipping hers right up without a recipe. I said, how do you do that? She said, I memorized it. That way I don't have to look at the recipe. I went, oh my goodness. I can't memorize things. So, but yeah. She just had it all memorized. Her granny, the other side, her dad's dad, she taught her how to make the peach cobbler and the fried apples just like she makes hers. So she made 2 of them. And of course I had to sample. Whoops, I'm putting my deer upside down. Of course I had to sample them, you know. No way I wasn't going to eat a little of it. They were both really, really, really good. Alright, so there is that. And now all we need to do is put this down. And like I said, I think I'm just going to put him down over here and just leave a little bit of that other showing. Then I'll have my little house there. And I'm going to leave this for a pocket in the back as well. I don't know if I'll use it, but I'm going to leave it anyway. That way if the person who gets it wants to use the back, they can. Or if they just want to put things in this pocket, then can do that too. Let's make sure that folds well. So there you go. You got a big pocket here. Got a pocket back there, a pocket here, and then those fold down. Then you have a pocket over here. Now this could stitch in your signature. Let's see. Let's pretend this is my signature. You could stitch it in with this flap right there. And you'd still have both sides that you could use for pockets and things. Or you can use this as just a standalone piece. Doesn't have to go in anything. I'm going to embellish that just a little bit. Or we could also do this. You could also put a piece of this across there. This is just some scrap fabric that I had and I stitched it. Ooh, I think I'll put that across there. Where's my glue? I like it. And it won't interfere with anything. And I'm just gluing close to the middle. And I stitched this with my brand new red thread. What do you think about it? I had to try the red thread out. I had to. I had run out of any kind of colored thread. And so I ordered some from Amazon, and it came in, and I couldn't wait to try it. Now, I think I might put that across there. What do you think? Yeah, I think we'll put this one on there. Yeah, the next Christmas journal will be stitched with red thread. So I just think it'll be pretty. Oh, that's cute. I like that. And it sticks up just a little bit on the other side. So we can put some little something down here. We can put that. I don't mind that there. And since my deer's got his head cut off, I'm just going to cover the rest of him up, or cover part of him up. Because I did chomp his head off. Cute. I like that. Now, do we want to put a little piece of something down here to break that up, or no? It says invitation to call. I don't know. We'll think about that one. Let's put something over here. I want something right here. And you know what? I've got this red piece that I also was a scrap, and I made it. And I think I'm going to put it there. Part of it anyway. That's the good part about those. These little scrap pieces, you can cut them up after you stitch them. Use them in many places. I usually use them as tabs, but I kind of like that look. And I think I might like it a little shorter. I'll save that piece for a tab. And put this piece right in the middle like that. Oh yeah, I like that. Then I want a little label or something. I saved this off of a piece of book page. No, I think I want that somewhere else. Maybe down here. I don't know, we'll see. Let me find a label. I think I've got one right here. Yeah, we'll just put that green one on there. It says Merry Christmas. Yes, I like that. Now, let's just put this across there. It's someone's signature or something, and I started to throw it away when I tore it, and I couldn't. I said, no, I love that writing, so I'm not going to throw it away. So we're going to use it. And it's almost the color of the background, but you can still see it in person. Okay. All right, I love these. I may make more of these. Now, I kind of like my house there, but then I kind of want something else, a focal point to put there. So, I don't know. Do I want to cover my little house up? Do I want to put another focal point? What do I want to do? I don't know. I'll think about that piece a while. But that, I think, is going to be it. I may put a little label here if I have one that's small enough. Let's do that one. It just says manger. And I'm going to grab a little scrap of fabric. Oh, I popped my finger. Oh my goodness, I can't tear that one. Okay, I got a little piece right here. We use this. Some of that fabric you just can't tear. Put that there, but then I want to put a little piece of lace behind it, I think. Okay, let's glue that there. You know what? I think I'll put that there. It's a little bit too big to go here. It's going to hinder the flap, so I think I'm just going to put it over here. Just like that. Cute, I like that. Okay, I'm going to glue this little piece of ephemera down here just to break that up a little bit. It's very, very busy. Very, very. So that'll break it up just a little. And then I think I'll put this tab right there. It just shows that that opens up. And I'll probably put mine down with, probably use some little clips to put mine down with. I don't know, paper clips, or I may put it down with Velcro. It'll be whatever I find first in my stash. There we go. You could always put a little flap, a little tab here if you wanted to show that that opens. And then I think we're good on this side. Okay, that is it. That's our project. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, I took my time and I had to think about it and all of that. You won't when you start putting yours together. So don't think that, oh, that project's so long, there's no way I'm going to do that. Because you won't have to think all of that. I had to think because I had never made one before. But I'll probably Velcro my little pocket closed. I love it. And I may stitch it in my journal. If I stitch it in, that's fine, because this is going to be on the other page anyway, and I can always make an extension out of that, so that's not a problem either. But that is it, guys. That's my project. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll make some, and don't forget to go over and share them on our Facebook page if you do. We will talk to you guys later with another project. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.